Namaskaram. This is Dr. Mridula Aswin from Hyderabad, a disciple of Sangeeta Kalanidhi Vidwan Neyveli R. Santanagopalan sir. Today, along with me is Kumari Vishnubotla Sri Purna Gayatri Sivani, a disciple of Sri Sangeeta Kalanidhi Vidwan Sri M. Chandrasekharan sir. Both of us are glad to be presenting this short insight into the background or the offstage preparation and many other aspects that go into a performer, be it a vocalist or a violinist. So, Shivani, let us start today's video. I'll present you with a question and let us see how the discussion progresses further. The first thing I would like to discuss about is what are the pre-concert preparations that a violinist must undergo and how does that preparation actually reflect in your concert performance on a live stage?
Namaskaram. Thanks for the initiative. And as according to my opinion, several aspects will be included in the off-stage preparations, which include, it depends on the main artist. So if the main artist is going to perform something and they have informed before us, before the concert itself. So then we'll get to know about the ragam, talam and some kriti, so that we can be aware of that kriti lyrics or the tune, and also we can practice some ragam before going to concert, so that we can get have some idea on the ragam. And also we can do some free exercises like warm-up for the concert, for the smooth going in the concert. And we should also listen to the old recordings which were actually sung by great stars for the good music. So that can be reflected in our accompaniment, and we can also observe the technique, the way the accompanied the old songs. So all that aspects will include in the off-stage.
Yeah, so the other thing is that you might agree with what I have to say, that most of the practice or preparation for a better concert performance happens on the concert stage itself.
Yeah, that's true.
How true is it, and would you like to elaborate on that?
Yeah, definitely. I agree with you, but I tell that Even the off-stage preparation will also contribute a lot. Simultaneously with on-stage presentation, the off-stage presentation also includes the part of output where it will contribute our mind to be little active and little free, that we couldn't get, we do not get any tension that we are not getting any ideas, or we are not
Yes.
getting any
Good creative flow
flow will be there.
at the
obviously.
moment.
Yes. So obviously, depending on the accompanist and before the audience, will definitely our mind will automatically blend along with the accompanist
Vocalist's
also.
mood and feel of the
Yes,
raga that is being
obviously.
presented.
And environment around us, including the stage and the audience, etc.
Yeah. So, from the vocalist point of view, I would say that as a performer, because I am the main artist on the stage, I definitely have an edge over the accompanist in that I am the one who decides what I am going to present in the concert, and I also have the freedom to decide, not only decide but execute manodharma wherever I feel the will to do.
Yes.
And so the accompanist has to adjust on the spot, and his or her presence of mind matters a lot. And so I get more preparation time and a lot of freedom of decision. So those are the things that I would consider an advantage to the vocalist. Now I would want you to tell what you consider as the advantages that you have over me as a violinist
Yeah.
that I might not be getting through concert performances.
Yeah. Here, one point I wanted to ask actually. So, would you like to allow accompanists to so you will be preparing all the chords and whatever you want to present on the stage, depending upon the savan.
Yes, and the audience.
And the audience. So, would you like to share with the accompanist before concert or prior one day or 2 days, like that?
Left to my own opinion, I definitely share my concert list and any particular plan of execution of core wise, etc. If I have in mind, I usually share it beforehand with the accompanying artist, be it the violinist or the mridangist, because they should not be, we should not surprise them or take them by surprise on stage, and it might not reflect poorly. It should not reflect poorly on us as a team, because at the end of the day, the performance is not mine; it is ours.
Yes.
So what shines, what the audience actually looks forward to is the camaraderie between the main artist and the accompanist, and that makes the concert much more appealing, right?
Yes.
It should not be a one-upmanship, like I want to prove myself greater than the violinist. And here I would like to make a point very clear that although the vocalist is the center of attraction in a vocal concert, of course, but it is a truth that it is an undeniable truth that the violinist has to be at least 2 notches above in his or her expertise and proficiency and manodharma, the scale of manodharma that he or she can exhibit on the spot.
So that can be reflected on the whole performance.
Yes.
And I would like to continue.
I would like to answer my question as to what are the advantages you would say that you have more than mine.
Yeah. So while the vocal concert is going on, the accompanist has many more advantages than the vocalist. Number one is I can take ideas from your Raga Lapana or your Sankalpana, and also I we can develop some new ideas like new development in chord-wise or new development in the raga lafana itself. And also, if I know the list of items that we are going to sing in the concert, I can even reflect the raga essence that is present in the rhythm.
Very true.
This was actually quoted by T.M. Krishna, a renowned vocalist. He said that we should present ragam that in that amount such that it suits the composition before in the concert, so that it will not spill over the like the raga lafana is not too much for the composition or too
Yes.
it's not underrated for the composition. So we should
So
be
proportion is very important.
proportion is very important.
Yes.
And also the second advantage is we can, if we like that composition or if we had a good pattern of that composition, we can definitely learn that composition and we can present it in our own solo concerts.
So you get to enrich your repertoire.
And also we get exposed to many such patterns, and also one kriti presented by many musicians, and also we can develop the range of sarvatis and progression of sarvatis in a composition. So I think these are the most important things that and main advantages that companies can have.
Very beautifully said. And now coming to the challenges, of course, as a violinist, whatever we have talked about so far itself might give you a glimpse into the challenges that they have to face, the many risks that they should be willing to take on stage. So can you tell me a few things about that?
As an from the violinist perspective, there are many challenges actually. The proportion of challenges and advantages are almost equal, to be
That is good.
honest. So because some musicians may not list out the items that they are going to sing in the concert, so that we don't get prior information, and will like the support of the violin for the composition is not will also be not beautiful and
That
blend such a in a beautiful manner, because it's like breaking. You are in a flow, you are in a good flow of composition as you are aware of the composition. But I don't know the composition. If I don't know the composition, I may play little giving pauses and playing. So that may affect the output of the concert. And also, if any musician challenges regarding artificial ragam tana pallavi or chord-wise, which are very crucial part of the manodharma, violinists may express as a poor
Yes.
creature in the concert. So that's a main disadvantage.
Yeah. And one more point which I would like to mention here is that see, when as a vocalist, I have the freedom of putting the talam
As you wish.
outward,
Mm.
externally, and it is definitely a very big advantage which she doesn't have, which the violinist doesn't have. So from the very beginning stages, they are trained to put their talam in their mind, and so that is a very great advantage. They get more control of talam in comparison to us vocalists. We are dependent on the outward expression of talam. So that is one thing. And the other thing, in general, we see in a concert the way we sit on stage, where there is a violinist and there is the mridangist, and there
Side by
is,
side.
if there is an upapakka vati,
Yeah.
yes, side by side, and mostly traditionally they do not face the audience. Rather, they'll be sitting sidewise and in direct with direct eye contact to the main artist. that is very essential, definitely, so that we can communicate ideas. More ideas are communicated through our body language and eye communication through eyes and gestures. And with that itself, you can predict what might be the phrase or sangati that I'm going to come up with next. Yeah. So how would you tell, or how would you put across the role of a violinist in augmenting the vocalist's outpour of creativity?
So here I want to add one point to you, like you said just now, is when all the performing artists are sit in like a semi-circle, then there is another advantage, that is all can see the audience at the same time. While I am playing, the ghatam or the upapakavadyam will be very close contact with me, so that we can discuss if any
exchange ideas
through eye contact and through our gestures also, and
even our appreciatory expressions can be easily conveyed to all the accompanists. More often than not, it happens that only when we stop singing, the vocalist stops singing, and there is an exchange between the violinist and the ghatam or kanjira artist, that we are able to see or even look at the upapakavadyam artist and appreciate him. Oftentimes we aren't even in a position to look at them, because obviously our face will move away from the mic and our sound will not be captured by the audio system. That is a very great disadvantage. So like you said, sitting in a semicircle fashion, I think it should be promoted more.
And also the role of, as you said, as you posed the question, the role of violinist in outpouring of creativity will be 50%, because you start singing something in your own way and the flow continues, and when you are singing and when I am accompanying you in the middle, you can collect ideas from me,
Leads.
so that you can get some other great idea that you may not have, some other way of thinking that you may not have before.
Yes.
Before I play that sangati or the play. And also the development in the Kalpana Swaram and in the Pallavi, especially in Avankara Pallavis, that also if the musician can develop more, have the ability of developing more on the violinist, that leads to a fabulous concert. That's all.
Definitely. So the other thing is that, see, when we started with an alapana, short alapana of Sama, and in that itself you could understand. So when I gave a sangati, it is not like the violinist repeats the entire phrase as such. She takes the tail end of the phrase and just gives it as a hint to move on to the next phrase. It helps us as the main artist, it helps the main artist to go further in the same line. Contrarily, if you just imagine a situation where she plays something of her own accord, that will block my creativity, and it might even lead to a blockage of ideas. It happens multiple times in a concert where there is not much of attunement between the minds of the vocalist and the violinist. So that is probably the reason why many acclaimed stalwarts have always developed or preferred to have their own team of accompanists, so that their line of thinking and their wavelength matches with respect to creativity. I think for today, I think this is quite well discussed. We have covered quite a few points. We would definitely love to discuss many more points in upcoming videos. We heartily thank Kala Prashala, Sri H.L. Kumar sir, for giving us this wonderful opportunity. We also request all of you viewers to continue to watch the offstage series of videos being presented by Kala Prashala. Namaskaram.
Namaskar.